found myself thinking about a comment that every one of us in the School of Education has probably heard more than once. Students outside the School of Education say, "Man, I wish I was going to be a teacher too. Summer's off, spring break, 7-hour days, that would be awesome." And as graduates of the School of Education, we try to explain that it's not that easy. We start to say, it's more like 12-hour days. Lesson planning takes time. Students come from different backgrounds. There are students with IEPs or ELLs, but then we stop and say to ourselves, wait a minute, I don't have time for this, I have to get some grading done. I'm honored to stand in front of my peers today to represent us to the greater Loyola community. As graduates of Loyola School of Education, we have had the unique privilege to learn and work in vastly diverse environments. If we close our eyes and look back to our first clinical experience, to our last day of student teaching, a myriad of faces will scroll through our memories. Some students remember as being short, while some towered above us. Some students were eager to learn, while some were keen on disrupting our lessons. Some students were college-bound, while some remained uncertain. Regardless of what kind of student we had in front of us, we consciously looked for the good within them. Not only the good within them, but the potential to succeed that resides within each student. My cooperating teacher and fellow Loyola alumni, Dr. Talia Reamer, told me that the most effective teachers are not merely distributors of knowledge. Rather, they serve as tour guides in a world of learning. And so it is our task to guide our students to become lifelong learners so they can adapt to their ever-changing world. Through our hard work and commitment, we all have personal success stories about getting through to a student or a group of students. The extent to which we help our students is often measured by their performance on standardized tests. But it's a different kind of progress, the immeasurable progress that we are responsible for, that makes all the difference in the world to the student. For our students, we serve as a solid, dependent figure, a disciplinarian, an open ear, a supervisor, a motivator, a role model. All these titles fall under the category of teacher, and we must never lose sight of that. As Loyola graduates, it is our responsibility to set a high standard, to be role models for not only our students, but our colleagues as well. Like the world around us, the field of education is constantly evolving. Loyola University Chicago School of Education seeks to prepare its students as professionals in service of social justice. The key principles of this mission are service, skills, knowledge, and ethics. The first principle, service, should guide our actions because our sole purpose is to help students reach their maximum potential. The next principles, developing skills and acquiring knowledge, require us to be more than teachers. We must also strive to be learners, continually educating ourselves on the issues that affect our students' success. The last principle, ethics, reminds us that teachers face ethical dilemmas on a daily basis. There exists no absolute handbook on these circumstances that constantly arise in our schools. Each circumstance must be handled as the unique case that it is. But we do have at least one source that we can look to for guidance. One of the greatest characteristics of our Jesuit foundation is that we look to do what is right while giving voice to those who have no voice. As teachers, we look forward to helping students who easily learn the material. However, we are most eager to work with students who struggle. A student who gains confidence also gains an entirely new positive outlook. Instilling confidence in young people can make the difference between their success or failure, not only regarding the question in front of them, but also solving the problems that life lays before us all. Teaching is not a job for the faint of heart, but rather a vocation for those who believe that their hard work can better the lives of their students. As we accept our diplomas, may we never forget the motivation behind our studies. 5, 10, even 30 years from now, we must continually remind ourselves of our alma mater's commitment to social justice. Whether we're teaching in Chicago public schools or in a rural community, if we apply our school's principles, we will do even more than help our students succeed. We will further our own success, both in our professional lives and in our personal lives. Thank you.